Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Spirit of Justice. We are in the middle of talking to Trust in me. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say trust, because the way it's spelled doesn't really come off as trust, but whatever. But actually, no, now that I think about it, considering what happened to him, he had a dagger thrust into him, so I guess that's probably right that it's thrust in me, but that sounds really wrong. Anyway, he gave us new statements, and this is one of the new statements that we are going to be presenting something to. Right, as soon as I remember what we were presenting here. Terrible crash. Okay, so what? How does he know whatever dropped on him was heavy blooded thingy? Hold on a sec. Where's the hideout photo?
Objection!
No? Okay, please take a look at this piece of evidence. Anything come to mind? Well? Did the defense have something he would like to say? That fell on deaf ears. Did I do this wrong? Do I have to press on it?
Hold it!
You believe that terrible crash is connected to Acolyte Zalot's death?
Yes, the sound, no doubt, was poor Salot's death knell. Such a tragedy, for he was a fine disciple. I would ask all here today to give a prayer for his departed soul. Zushirai, Matame, Yoma!
Jushre Matami Yoma. Jushre Matami Yoma. I don't even know if I said that right. I had high hopes for that young man's future. I don't know what's worse, trying to say made-up languages here or trying to speak Japanese words in DGS. Jushre Matami Yoma. Why do I feel like such a jerk for just trying to do my job right now? So all he knows about the crime is what he heard on the tape, and he was with his magistrate and his family at the time.
Now that I have proven the soundness of my alibi, I believe it is about time for me to return to the spirit realm.
What's the rush? Why not enjoy some more time among the living? I better find a way to attack his alibi soon. I'll just have to press harder and hope something useful comes out.
Hold it!
I don't even remember what I'm doing. This is why I hate stopping in the middle of statement pressing, because then when I come back to it, I kind of forget what was the last thing I did. Because it's, usually it's about a week. I usually do like 2 videos a week of recording. So, that statement that we were doing in the last video, that was done last week for me. So I don't remember what I'm supposed to do in the next part now. What was your wife making that day?
The menu that day featured Hatin Supaise and Meltenmot. They are both traditionally Koreanese dishes.
I can't even begin to imagine what those are. Ah, yes! The exquisite zest of Hatin Supais and the supreme texture of Meltemalt. Lady Inmi's cooking that day was utterly unforgettable.
Thank you. It brings me great joy to know you enjoyed your meal. Now, once his majesty and his family had left...
Oh. Okay, I guess I needed to press the statements a little bit more. Mr. Wright, do you still feel the need to question the High Priest? His alibi is as tight can be. This isn't going so well. I better ask him about something else. I'm curious, Abbott and me. Did you stop by the rebel hideout after His Majesty left?
Yes, I thought it would be wise to assess the situation. but as I said before, there was nothing to see. The hideout appeared as it always had.
And the victim's body?
It was nowhere to be found. Acolyte Faye must have already disposed of it, and anything else incriminating.
So, when you saw the rebel hideout, it looked like it does in this photo?
Yes, I would say that is how it appeared that day.
So the stone slab had been put back in place. Mr. Wright! Is it not time to concede defeat? No, wait! I need just a little more time. If you insist. Alright, now that we have that information, we can probably present the photo properly on the last statement. If I'm wrong again, well, fuck me.
Objection!
Hey, it worked this time! Abba and me, you said, and I quote, "Poor Zealot, it must have felt so heavy." Why do you think he felt something heavy? You said the hideout looked like it did in this photo. If so, there's nothing that would lead you to believe he had experienced a heavy feeling. The fact is, of course, a stone slab did fall over onto Acolyte Zealot, impaling him on the Warbat statue behind him. But that was only revealed through Her Benevolence's divination seance earlier. Would the defense please get to the point? My point is, simply hearing a crashing sound shouldn't have automatically led him to conclude the victim was crushed to death. I still don't see your point. I'm saying that the High Priest knew. He knew how the victim was really killed. Why? And that is information only the real killer could have known. I definitely saw it that time. I've got the High Priest's spirit shaking in his boots, or should I say sandals. Need I remind you, Abbot and me was with his majesty at the time of the crime. Such an alibi precludes him from being the killer. That's true, so he can't be the killer. However, he knew how Zealot was killed, something only the killer could know. Can this discrepancy be resolved somehow? Well, Mr. Wright, we're waiting for an explanation. I was just getting to that. Time to think of something quick. The High Priest knew something only the killer would have known because heard from the trial, inferred it after the fact. He heard it from the real culprit. He must have heard how the victim died from the real killer.
The real killer?
Of course, that makes perfect sense. I don't want to believe it, but this is the only possible explanation. So tell us, who is this real killer? It's gotta be someone close to the High Priest, someone without an alibi. Pretty sure I remember saying something about believe in me where she was in the kitchen the whole time. Seemed kind of suspicious. At least in Ace Attorney land. So, the most likely killer is actually Nayuta. Let's present believe in me. Your Majesty, while you were visiting the High Priest's home, you didn't see Mrs. Inmi at all, did you? No, I never saw her, but what does that have to do with anything? Did the High Priest ever leave your sight? No, we were talking the entire time, and the food was brought right to the room's entryway. So the High Priest has an ironclad alibi. But his wife does not. What the devil are you insinuating? I'm insinuating that Mrs. Inmi might have killed Acolyte Zealot. The twist of a twist. You have a lot of nerve making such a baseless allegation. She had no motive to kill Acolyte Zealot. He was like family to her. No. We can't entirely discount the idea. Especially if you consider that Mrs. Inmi could have been the one posing as Lady Kira. Even a fool must temper his foolishness at times. Or do you truly believe Lady Kira would kill Acolyte Zealot, though he was not a rebel? As we all know, the High Priest was secretly a rebel. It would follow that his favorite disciple could very well be a rebel too. Are you suggesting that Mrs. Inmi killed her husband as well? As sad as it is to think she killed her own husband to rid the kingdom of rebels, I don't think we can rule it out. Ah! Yikes!
You claim my wife is that rebel-hunting Lady Kira? And that she slew both Zealot and myself? My lovely wife? That is utterly impossible!
Ah! Yikes! I've never seen the High Priest so angry! It is as Abbot and me stated. And the accused has already been found guilty of his murder. It is far too late to overturn it. It's never too late. That's right, Mr. Wright. Now apologize to the good priest before he gets angry again. Quickly now. No, I'm not going to apologize. The true identity of Lady Kira is a major piece to this trial's puzzle. Admit it, Abbot and me. Your wife, Lady Inmi, killed you. Yet even now you continue to lie in an effort to protect her.
How absurd! It appears the lawyer has forgotten. My lovely wife could not possibly battle the rebels in the guise of Lady Kira.
She's expecting a child.
For we were blessed by her holiness, and she is with child. Praise be to the Holy Mother!
Eck! I completely forgot about that.
That abominable Lady Kira figure who slew me and Acolyte Zealot was the accursed.
This is bad, but I can't give up now. Don't forget, my client doesn't have the strength to fight rebels either. How could a weak young woman like her possibly? Let me guess, you're gonna use spirit channeling. You foolish oaf of a lawyer. If only you were as blessed as Lady Inmi. What? Surely the accused possesses the strength, or should I say the power. The power to battle those black-hearted rebels. What are you talking about?
My good prosecutor, I see you have come to the same conclusion as I. Such keen insight.
Then you have figured it out as well, Abbot and me. May I ask you to explain it to this putrid-brained lawyer?
Certainly, for I cannot allow him to frame my lovely wife for murder. Foreign devil! Your Majesty, allow me to testify as to how Maya Fey is that murderous Lady Kira.
Well, if it would assuage your anger, then by all means, please testify. Maya Fey is Lady Kira.
Acolyte Fey channeled Lady Kira's spirit. She is a spirit medium who knows Lady Kira's true name, so she could have done it. So, it was the real Lady Kira who returned to root out the rebels among us. She attacked and killed me with a strength far beyond any mortal woman.
But do you understand now? Murder by spirit channeling explains everything. This is the only way the accused could have defeated one rebel after another.
Indeed, I am a living, or shall I say, dead, proof of her terrible power.
Ah! Maya's ability to channel spirits. It's come back to haunt her. Now, is it not time to let it go and move on, Defense? No, never. I'll never give up. Now what? Think. How can I prove that Maya couldn't have channeled Lady Kira? Alright, let's press on everything.
Hold it!
My client channeled Lady Kira. Isn't that a little far-fetched?
Far-fetched, you say?
Don't do that!
Why, the very fact that I am here proves she has the power to channel spirits.
Ugh. But you have no proof she actually channeled Lady Kira.
Oh, but I do.
Hold it!
While it's true she may be capable of channeling Lady Kira, I doubt there's any proof she actually did.
We are talking about the infamous rebel hunter here. That modern-day Lady Kira has captured many a rebel all by herself, and among them have been more than a few great warriors. Who but the real Lady Kira could have accomplished such a feat?
It would be difficult for a mere mortal. That leaves the real Lady Kira of legend as the only likely answer.
Indeed. Is this not proof enough that the real Lady Kira of legend had been channeled?
The real Lady Kira of legend. That's an oxymoron if I ever heard one. Then again, the people of Khura'in believe legends to be true.
Hold it!
Lady Kira is an actual person. Do you really believe there ever was a woman that powerful? One capable of battling rebels much bigger and stronger than herself?
There is no way to prove that. But to doubt the existence of Lady Kira is to doubt Khura'inism itself. It is not for us to question. We must simply believe.
Yeah! How dare you doubt our legends! You'll regret saying that, you Pokonkin! Lady Kira's gonna strike you down! Oh, I won't get anywhere until I can refute their claims with some evidence.
Hold it!
A strength far beyond any mortal woman. And just how strong would that be?
You need but look at the wounds she inflicted upon my body. Though I had hoped to never have to think about that again.
Your wound? It was pretty deep, and there was a tremendous amount of blood.
And while Acolyte Salat was rather small in stature, he was strong. Nevertheless, he was no match for the sheer strength of Lady Kira.
Maya's spirit channeling is proof that she's Lady Kira? This is not good. I'll have to prove she didn't channel the original Lady Kira. Alright, now we're gonna present. Because here's the thing. Yes, you do need to know the real name of a person, but there's also another thing that you should know before you can channel them. So let's present the top secret scroll as soon as I can find it. The Tome of Secrets. The Tome of Secrets is only given to the priestess who performs the purification rite. Is this your proof that my client could have channeled Lady Kira?
Yes, indeed. For it contains the true name of Lady Kira, a secret only revealed within.
Abba in me. I'm afraid you're mistaken. This couldn't have been used to channel Lady Kira.
What nonsense!
Mr. Wright, would you care to explain? This is why my client couldn't have channeled Lady Kira. She has never seen her face. There are two things you need for spirit channeling. Lady Kira's face is hidden behind a mask in the Tome of Secrets. You need both a name and a face to channel a spirit.
It can't be!
Without a face, it would have been impossible for my client to channel Lady Kira. Oh my! Therefore, the claim that she became Lady Kira by means of spirit channeling is patently false. Gah. And with Lady Kira out of the equation, my client had no motive to commit murder. But then, who is the rebel hunting Lady Kira we've been reading about in the paper? Yes, who is this other suspect, if indeed there is one at all? Let us hear the defense's brilliant deduction. Well, if it's not, believe in me, and it's not Maya, think. The true identity of Lady Kira is the key to solving both murders. I thought Mrs. Inmee was suspicious, but her pregnancy takes her out of the running. And Mr. A rebel is a rebel, and so that doesn't make sense. That leaves us with... Mr. Wright, you have that look again. The one where you know you have to say something, but you can't figure out what it is. This is my chance to really turn up the heat. I'll just have to stir the pot till something floats to the top. That sounds gross. Your Majesty, I know who's been posing as the rebel-hunting Lady Kira. You do? Are you sure about that? Yes, completely. I sense that I may regret this, but please go on and explain. Thank you, Your Majesty. This is who's been posing as the rebel-hunting Lady Kira. Perhaps it is Perez-a-lot. The true identity of the rebel-hunting Lady Kira we seek is... Perez-a-lot! What's this? The High Priest murdered disciple was Lady Kira, you say? Oops. Peace, I say, peace! The defense will continue. Yes, Your Majesty. I whittled down the list of suspects until there was only one left. But a process of elimination is not the same as solid evidence. I assume you have evidence to back up your claim. Yes, of course. I will have some in a moment, that is. At least, I hope so. Maya wasn't Lady Kira, and neither was Mrs. Inmee or any of the other possibilities. That leaves a lot, and I have the evidence to prove it. The evidence that proves Acolyte Zayla was posing as Lady Kira is this. The warning letter. This is what proves that Acolyte Zayla was Lady Kira. Lady Kira's warning letter. How absurd. What could that possibly prove? Prosecutor Sumahi. You stated that this warning letter proved that my client was Lady Kira, and the reason you gave was that the High Priestess' house was locked tight. But there was another member of the family who lived there. Therefore, Acolyte Zayla could have delivered the warning anytime he wanted. What is he talking about? That's just not possible. He's sweating. Must be right. Are you saying Lady Kira was not the culprit, but rather the victim? That's exactly what I'm saying. But that would overturn the entire premise of this case. This trial has proceeded on the assumption Lady Kira was behind the serial killings. But if Lady Kira is one of the victims, who was the killer and what was their motive? The only suspect left is Mrs. Inmee, and there's only one possible motive. What if Mrs. Inmee is a rebel? What? Everyone's a rebel!
Fiend! You're still bent on casting suspicion upon my lovely wife? Blasphemer! You have no evidence of this! Repent for the mistrust in your soul!
Objection!
Well, you have no evidence either. After all, the dagger with my client's prints on it wasn't what killed Acolyte Zalot. And the Plume Punisher theme that he heard could have been an alarm clock. That means all of the evidence linking her to the crime have been called into question. Was Lady Inmi a rebel, and did she pose as Lady Kira to kill Acolyte Zalot? Or was Acolyte Zalot a rebel, and was the accused the Lady Kira who killed him? Ooh! I would say either scenario is just as likely. What are we to do now? Bring the wife in!
The alarm clock, you say? Do you mean the one in the rebel hideout?
Yes, but what of it?
So that's it.
What's gotten into him? Abbott in me! Just what is so comical?
Forgive my outburst. That has simply tickled my funny bone.
What did?
The theme song came from the Plumed Punisher clock, you say? That alarm could not possibly have gone off.
What makes you say that? The clock was working just fine the last time I checked.
Try using your head for a change. Would not the existence of a secret hideout be given away if an alarm kept going off?
Wait, you don't mean...
Indeed. We leave the alarm switched off at all times.
But why would we have why would you guys have the alarm in the first place then? No! Not really, why would you have an alarm then? In that case...
I am sad to say that the defense's claim does not hold water.
Would you care to respond, Mr. Wright? Oh, this can't be happening. Not now. This should put an end to the lawyer's futile struggles. The theme song the victim heard was from the accused's strap, just as we suspected. Therefore, the accused is the rebel-hunting Lady Kira and the victim's killer. I need an opening. Something I can raise an objection to.
That Plumed Punisher theme song Acolyte Zalot heard in his final moments. I too heard it by way of the listening device.
But did you really? If you had heard it, why didn't you testify to the fact before?
Is it not obvious? I did not know such a tune could become a key matter of dispute.
Yes, the matter of the theme song came up before Abbott and me was channeled. Oh, right. Well then, what if he's lying about the clock's alarm being switched off?
Miserable wretch! That would be a pointless lie, one easily disproven.
If you check the clock, you will see that the alarm is, in fact, switched off. Ah, come to think of it. Huh, what a fine item. And a switch, if I'm right. We set the switch back into the off position before we left.
I remember hearing it clearly. Those distinctive taiko drums in the intro are etched in my mind. They went...
Wait. Taiko drums?
Daka dun 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 dun.
Thrust, you just gave a bad thing. A good thing for us, but a bad thing for you. instinctive taiko drums in the intro? This trial has gone on far too long. Shall we move ahead to the verdict phase now? By all means, and let us also return Abbot and me's spirit to the Twilight Realm.
Before I go, let me say a word to my darling wife.
Objection!
Hold the phone. You've just condemned yourself. Now hold on just 1 minute. Your Majesty. Yes? The High Priest's statement is inconsistent with a certain piece of evidence. And we're going to present that in the next video because unfortunately we are out of time on this one. So I'll see you guys then.